Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you'll surely feel naughty when you swallow their coffee. Shop Buff Boy Brewing's premium collections of coffee and tea at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough buff. Here's what's making news this August 18th. We've learned lots of new information about the death of Hayden Panettiere since our reporting early Monday morning. Let's quickly recap that initial story and then we'll get to the latest. As we talked about, Panettiere and her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, we'll talk more about him in a second, flew from Los Angeles and initially were said to have gone south. Where that was, we didn't know at the time. Now we're hearing that is Greenville, South Carolina, which is where Hickerson reportedly grew up. We've been able to piece together what played out from the time they arrived there, which was Saturday, until the 911 call Sunday afternoon. So, they flew to South Carolina. Shortly after landing and then leaving the airport, they went to a place called Judson Mill Lofts, an apartment complex where it's being reported Hickerson and his brother were living in a rental unit. It was rented out as an Airbnb, but some reason they're living there. A resident of the building confirmed Panettiere was there and said that she stayed inside that unit. Quote, "I was shocked, as I'm sure everyone in Greenville was, to find out that she was here. I don't know that she was here for long, and I'm not sure she even ever left the apartment," end quote. The chaos unfolded at 1:51 p.m. on Sunday with that 911 call. Now, it was about a quote, "unidentified female," end quote, that had gone into cardiac arrest. Minutes later, authorities reported an, quote, "overdose, CPR in progress," end quote. 2 ambulances were on the scene and attempted life-saving support, but could not revive her, according to reports from the scene. She was pronounced dead at 2:32, so that call at 1:51 pronounced dead at 2:32. Now, there's no word how long she'd been unresponsive before 911 was called. All police would say on the record was, quote, an acquaintance of Miss Panettiere placed the 911 call," end quote. Also at the scene, sources say there was Narcan, which is used to revive people after an opioid overdose. First responders noted that it was on a mattress. It's also unclear if Hickerson was at the apartment or in the apartment at the time, though residents of the building said that 2 men were sitting outside with cops after, and, quote, "they looked like they were in shock, not speaking, and had their heads down," end quote. Again, we don't know who those 2 men were. The coroner's office said on Monday, quote, "no signs of trauma were discovered that would have contributed to the death. The investigation remains active and ongoing. No further details are available for release at this time," end quote. So, let's talk about Hickerson and why those close to Panettiere were concerned about their on-again, off-again relationship. She wrote about their troubled past in her book. Hickerson was once locked up after pleading no contest to 2 charges resulting from a domestic violence incident. But apparently they couldn't quit each other because sources close to Hickerson said they laughed at reports the couple had split up as many times as reported in the media because they were together most of that time they were apparently splitsville. We're told that happened because Panettiere wanted to protect her career, notably while she was doing press for her memoir, that her team advised her to distance herself from the guy she couldn't let go of, noting that it would be, quote, "bad for business," end quote, while she was promoting the book. Now, days after the death and Panettiere doing the press rounds and making appearances earlier this year about that book, news outlets and even fans are going through clips and pictures and, just their recollection to see if anything was amiss. Well, people are speaking out. Those who attended a book signing in Los Angeles said there was something off about her. One source said, quote, "her speech appeared slow and slurred at times during the book signing," end quote. In fact, it was noted that photos and videos were prohibited during it, meaning no selfies with her. At that event, Panettiere became emotional talking about her past. A source later said, quote, "Hayden also suffered from anxiety at times, and I know she would occasionally take medication for that, and every so often that could impact her speech," end quote. Her reps haven't commented or, confirmed or denied those reports, so we just don't know. Again, no official cause of death has been released. I want to make that clear as well. That's a check of your celebrity headlines for this Tuesday, August 18th. I'm back tomorrow for a look at all the crazy celebrity happenings right here on the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you surely feel naughty when you swallow